is not in the stars to hold our destiny, my heart, but in ourselves.
Quit misquoting, unless thou desires a Capulet in thy fine behemoth.
I yield to your superior retort, Your Honor. Babe, I'm about, probably 10 minutes out. I should probably be...
What's going on?
Hey, listen, babe,
While this film and this story was fictional, it touched on a lot of real things. And I think what really hit me hardest was just the unfortunate, stuck between a rock and a hard place situation of this man who, in any other circumstance, would jump to help somebody. But he's unable to because he knows how it's going to look and he knows how it's going to be perceived. And so he has to hold back his basic human instinct to help out an injured person, a hurt person, in order for self-preservation, because it means that he also could lose his life. And I just can't imagine having to be in that position and have to make that decision. And I can completely empathize with that. I thought that having the whole element of the ghosts, his ancestors, with him and getting to see them and in their different forms was really creative. It added just a whole nother layer of paranormal, but more spiritual and how just you carry your past with you whether you know it or not, and this intergenerational trauma, it carries on even in today's day and age. We're still affected by all of this, and we carry that, and we carry our own stories and our own trauma and experiences, as well as everything that has happened to every person in our family that came before us. So I thought this was a really interesting piece. It was really powerful, and very well done. It was one that really stuck with me. So
I liked the editing, the structure of the story of giving us piece by piece. This is the embodiment of what my teacher used to tell me about. You as the filmmaker, you as the filmmaker have all the cards. You're like the dealer, and you get to choose which card you want to play first and in the order you want to play your cards. I don't know if that makes sense, but the idea that you as the filmmaker have all the information, and the way and the order that you reveal information has a profound impact on the audience, what the audience takes away from the story. And I really think that you use that concept really well here. I thought the acting was excellent. Cinematography was excellent, and the writing, the writing and the editing really stood out. So
everything about this film was so good. The way that the filmmakers crafted this story and how they did it, they revealed things little by little through the flashbacks, through what was happening. They did such a great job. I loved the cinematography, how they did the car shots, showing part of the town. It was a little bit lower down on the car. It gave you such a different perspective, and it was really cool. God, everything about this, the acting in this on everybody's part, they did so well, so incredibly well.
Really great acting that stood out to me from the get-go with the main actor. Just really great writing, camera work, especially, while driving in the car. I mean, that's basically where he was the whole time. Just a really unique way of expressing this message, which most of the films I've watched today have a very unique way of expressing their messages that I've never really seen before. And I thought this was it took the cake, because this guy is basically carrying his ancestors around with him on a daily basis. And I thought that was a really neat way to show it. I never really thought about it in that way before. Just really, I loved the character in the backseat, his dad. I just love the actor. I thought he was really strong with his character, and both of the actors were really, really good. Like, everything was really good about this. I think it's a sensitive, obviously, it's a sensitive subject, and I think it was tackled really well, and just like I said, in such a creative way, and another way to make you think differently about it. If you're not somebody who experiences these things, and it's just very sad and pathetic that we're in 2022 and this still needs to be thought about. It still needs to be presented, and it's probably going to be presented to us for many more years to come. And I really just love the way that the filmmakers chose to address this situation differently and show the ancestors and the ignorance of some people. So just really well done.
It was infuriating, but in a good way. This film really puts you in the shoes of Black Americans and how they relate to police officers, especially when the officers ask our main character why he didn't get out of his car and help the policeman on the ground. Just the explanation of how that would look, our main character standing over the police officer and just thinking about recent events and how other officers would react to that image. You can definitely understand why our main character did not want to get out of the car and help that officer, even though otherwise he would have. So just seeing from that perspective was really powerful and really effective. The reveal of how the police officer died was really cool. It came sort of late in the film, but I thought that worked really well, just to see these ghost-like characters and the reveal that the person in his back seat is also a ghost, and his father, people that came before him that have experienced this discrimination and have most likely been killed for it. I thought that was a really powerful note to this film. The acting in this is really good. The officers in the interrogation room made me so mad, and to bring that kind of emotion out of your audience is just a mark of great filmmaking and great acting. So yeah, this film definitely brought out that emotion in me, especially knowing that is going on in our society right now. So I thought that this was very timely and relevant, and a great film to bring that message and to bring awareness to this.
Themes of this film can either be the crimes of the past can come back to haunt you, even if you weren't directly involved with them, or that something in this town has people completely paranoid, and it could be ghosts. This is actually seems like the start of a Jordan Peele movie, where it could definitely be explored into a feature to figure out exactly what these people are seeing, if you wanted to go the horror route. It's definitely interesting to see that maybe your ancestors are always surrounding you. Perhaps this doctor, his work is influencing his life too much, which you could say, except the cops saw everything too, which kind of caused him to have a heart attack. Kind of leads more to the fact that the town is haunted, and that they're going to continue haunting until they can go to the next life. Perhaps they're searching for something. This film also had a lot of stereotypes about cops, about Black people, about the things going on in the world in general. But it wasn't in a preachy, kind of in-your-face way. It was in an entertaining way that can be taught and learned.